We're probably gonna see them in this Countryhuman video today. But if you want country cats, check out makeship.com. Japan and South Korea here are almost gone. Ooh, woo. So this is gonna be quite odd because we're literally seeing human beings change form in front of us. It's like if, dang, should I say this? It's like human beings changing races? More specifically nationalities. We got a German turning into Belgium, so they're definitely like, I mean, the two countries border each other. It's not that crazy of a change. But definitely India changing into Ireland certainly is. So both those nations start with the letter I. They are two completely different places. So what else do we got besides India, Ireland? There's Indonesia, Poland, of course, Monaco, and man, this video goes by so fast it's hard to. Okay, I guess I'll just let it play through, and then I'll go over all of it. We got the Philippines turned into war mode, so these guys aren't even changing. Jeez. Netherlands turning into Napoleonic France, and then Italy changing into Iran. Wait, but why is there a second Iran that's like? Ah! We all know the similarities between Indonesia and Poland, at least flag-wise, not so much from like a ethnic level. Obviously. That's what makes it so weird. We were literally just reviewing country balls change flags. I mean, that's one thing because they're still overall like a ball. It's hard to, you know, think of these as human beings. But when Countryhumans do it, it just feels so kind of wrong. I don't know, it's weirder. I wish like also the way they dressed was different, but that would probably make this video a little bit more, I don't know, demonetizable or something. So Singapore turning into Morocco, we have Palestine turning into the UAE, and then that is a new one. Finland, well, it's not that new. Finland going from Sweden. Of course, you can do that with all the Nordic countries because they all have that Nordic cross. And then everyone loves war mode for the Philippines. Yemen turning into the German Empire. These have become pretty famous memes now. The Netherlands and France. This is probably the most famous example. I don't know why the Dutch pillow has to be €5 cheaper. Like the entire world caught on to these similarities between these two countries and their flags after just this single image. Like when the Dutch first show up, they're just randomly cosplaying as Napoleon, only to reveal, wait, they are Napoleon. And then finally, of course, there's Italy, but this is, I mean, that is Iran, but also not really. That's the Iran flag there. And remember, even before that, they used to have a lion on it. I would have preferred to see the Countryhuman transition between Italy and Mexico. Maybe he starts off eating a pizza, then that turns into a taco. Buff Italy doesn't exist. It can't hurt you. Meanwhile, Buff Italy. Here's more. This time, Niger to India versus the USA to Malaysia. There's actually a couple more flags that are similar to the USA flag. One of my personal favorites, this old empire from the 13th century. Would love to see them in one of these one day. Okay, so what else do we have here? We have Turkey to Tunisia, Somalia turn to, okay, the big star flags. This one's interesting because he starts off as a Somali, wait, is this a One Piece reference? He starts off as a pirate, then he becomes a Vietnamese pirate. How does the attire go here? Are they dressed how the country is at first, and then they make their transition? That's not always the case because we saw the Dutch turning into Napoleonic France, Guatemala turning into Argentina, and Norway turning into, oh, Sweden, yeah, of course, the Nordics. You can do that all day. What happened to Argentina's face here? I love the attire changes, though. Like, that makes this so much better. All right, but let's see how things get crazy. Bangladesh to the Empire of Japan, Russia into Serbia, of course, Egypt's turning into the German Empire, Puerto Rico turning into Cuba. Ooh. Fidel. Wasn't expecting to see him there. No way, turning Bangladesh into Japan is crazy. I mean, not just any Japan, because obviously the modern day one would be one thing. We're actually talking about the no-no Japanese over here. Which, funny enough, they did get awfully close to modern day Bangladeshi territory. You've successfully summoned Bangladeshi people. It was like an innocent boy turned into secret mafia. I love the green Japan. Didn't know we could actually have a green Japan now. I really do need to pay more attention to the attire changes in the video, even though there's not always attire changes. Sometimes there kind of is. Wait, oh, almost missed out on the fact the USSR giving Cuba some nuclear missiles. It's actually not even attire changes. It's just the attire, the clothing, the way the fashion is. What else do we got? Poland to Indonesia, we've already seen that one, but Syria to Iraq, those are very similar ones. A lot of the countries in the Middle East have very similar style flags, which, again, historically speaking, that's not that shocking. Of course, you're going to look to your neighbors to gain influence on how you want to make your own flag, especially when you have kind of a shared history. Look at the old South American nation of Gran Colombia. That is why, to this day, modern day Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, they all have references to this older flag they used to share. So typically speaking, it's not too hard to make flag changes for this region. Just a lot of red, a lot of white, a lot of black. Throw some green in there too. Also, as well as all the moon shapes and stuff. Does Turkmenistan really have the only moon that's faced in this direction? Well, there's Mauritania that faces up. That is interesting. I just now noticed that for the first time. Again, India to Ireland, Australia to New Zealand. That's one of the easiest flag changes that you can make. Then Palestine to Jordan. That's interesting. Jordan being scared. Slovakia, Russia to Slovakia. I would have definitely switched that. Slovakia turning into Russia, but I guess it's cool to make Slovakia look terrifying and threatening. Why not? Oh, I already know who Italy's gonna turn into. Yeah, there you go. Bam. You could even make them like the Greater Mexican Empire too. Basically, overall, that was the same thing. Really liked when things got dark because there were some interesting ones there. Again, Jordan, Slovakia. Yes, nothing more terrifying than Slovakia. Doing Netherlands and France again, but then, yeah, Mexico. Wow. Really funny to see country humans that you wouldn't expect in different clothing, different like ethnic clothing. Thank you for putting Mexico. That's how I feel every single time I do one of these videos. Like my brain just can't handle identifying everything. I gotta redo it twice. The fact that the only difference between an Italian flag and a Mexican flag is basically a facial tattoo is awesome. Again, that's what makes this trend so funny because yeah, doing the flag changes on human beings, sort of, it changes the context. Countries and the past. We have Empire of France talking to old France and old, what the heck? Why is Italy? We have, okay, we're gonna have to really review this video. This is why these videos are so successful. We have to watch them 3, 4, 5 times to catch all the little Easter eggs. I should make videos like this. Wow, that's so terrifying. Look how cute they look. So the Empire of France talking to modern day France. We have Austria and Hungary taking a selfie with Austria-Hungary. Love the fact that the lore behind Austria-Hungary in the Country Ball universe follows them inside of the Countryhuman verse. Obviously, coat of arms need to be eye patches. The modern day United States talking to a colonial America. Now that was not our flag, but I do kind of like the blue stripes. Like this is typically the flag used for colonial America. But yeah, I really like these blue stripes actually. No, not the pineapples on the pizza. So that's actually what calls upon the Italians to come, and that's a terrifying Italy. But you know they don't want to be terrifying. They don't want to beat up their brother USA, kind of, but you mess with their food, that's what happens. So since Italy made an appearance, fascist Italy has to make, oh, is that a giant pizza cutter? That would be such a terrifying weapon. Okay, is that what Benito Mussolini basically used? We have a Nono Germany talking to, hey, what the heck's going on here? Nono Germany talking to a modern day Germany who's basically the EU. Why do they have the blue paint? Are you painting modern day Germany as all of the EU? This is how World War II Germany gets back at Europe? Possibly. I don't really know what that's trying to say. We have modern day Russia that cannot physically handle the amount of drinking that the Soviet Union was, which kind of makes sense considering the Russian-Ukrainian war. Like, clearly the Soviets have fallen off in a way. They might not be super proud of Russia anymore. And then, yeah, this is absolutely terrifying because Japan just looks really nice, but not the people behind them. For some reason, No Germany's evil smile feels like, well, yeah, I mean, that's, I feel like that's kind of the point. Italy, you put pineapples on pizza. Modern day Italy, angry, fascist Italy, they're gonna oof you. Ooh, a time portal. What kind of time portal? Oh, so we're gonna see Russia, Japan, and the UK see their former self coming out. The problem is, yeah, coming out of the time portal for Russia, that would be a terrifying brother. Oh, love the reference to the Russian Empire because they were also very giant. It's actually a really interesting discussion because technically the Russian Empire, like at their height, was even bigger than the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union was one of the biggest nations to ever exist in history, but that's still not the Russian Empire, who was the 3rd biggest in history. But of course, it also depends on what time we're talking about. When they had Alaska is what I'm meaning. But of course, the Russian Empire was never as threatening as the Soviets because obviously the Soviets could literally end the entire world. Soviet Union dad, Russian Empire grandpa. That's exactly it. Old Japan, I'm proud of you. Even if you don't conquer the world physically, you've conquered them from the inside. Old England, so the monarchy lives. And Soviet Union and Russia, aha, we like this kid. He's conquering. I mean, yeah. Russia at the end be like, my name is Marco.
No, what's your real name?
Indonesia, Turkey. Oh, they're actually...
What's your name? Marco.
Oh, wow. That audio goes pretty well, actually, with the flag changing. Why is that so terrifying? Yes, I'm actually this is literally me back here. This is my face also. This old Indonesian empire was very big, although I don't know why nations like Germany and Finland would be that scared. But it does make sense. Turkey turned into the Ottoman Empire, which would also scare them. Yes, both pretty strong empires from history. The faces, I guess that empire's name is pretty close to the name Marco here. Finally, Turkey to Tunisia. We've seen this one before. Qatar to Bahrain. That's a new one. Okay, Mexico turning into Italy. Okay, wait. Oh, Malaysia's gonna turn into an evil USA. Well, now I got it. Oh yeah, you can see that. Okay, yes, there's this famous Joe Biden meme with all the skulls in the background. This was like a Chinese propaganda poster, right? I like how this was just actually embraced. Like now people use it unironically. Really liking that USA tie here too. All right, what else do we have? Costa Rica turning into North Korea. Whoa, that's a new one. I don't think I've seen that. Japan turning into South Korea. Okay, well, we finally do have our, I think we already had a Japan South Korea reference, but again, country cats, if you want to go to makeship.com and use that link down below. Samoa turned into Taiwan. Wait a second, China might be coming after that. Don't tempt them, Samoa. Didn't notice, again, those similarities. Yeah, that's really similar flag. The first half, we've kind of seen all these by now, but then I like the twist every single time. Obviously, Indonesia turning from Singapore, that's basically, and then you have Vietnam. Oh, that's New Morocco. They both have stars. This is a pentagram, isn't it? But yeah, Malaysia to USA, Costa Rica to, that's a crazy one. There's always, I feel, at least one flag transition that I didn't even realize how similar they are. I've never seen Japan turn into South Korea, and South Korea was like the evil one. Are they like this mega corporation? Maybe that's how. The look on Chana's face, that's what I'm saying. Be careful, Samoa. Yeah, this channel does some great faces. Finally, you mentioned my country, Morocco. As always, fantastic job, Statehuman. Please go subscribe. And here are my patrons.
I finally escaped from Drew's basement.
Lucas, the Canadian Christmas trees. Honk, Argentinian Grandpa, I'm back, DOOCHBAGGINS. Imperial Japan flag is the same as modern Japan. Koyle, please stop making this mistake. Archaeology,
aPhatNarwhal,
Carmel,
Pavlik,
DaBeautiful-MEGAN-Underwood,
Fredrik Tibblin,
InquisitorXarius,
Tambre,
Mexican,